Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and Elden Ring. Games that have made a staple in the gaming industry. Such a giant staple that they even established its own genre, Souls-like. And Souls-like is one of my favorite genres of games to ever exist, and I play any From Software game that I could possibly get my hands on. But on the topic of Souls-like, I never thought I'd say this, nor experience it, at least not yet anyway. But this game has brought the Souls-like genre into VR. Originally, the game didn't have Valve Index support, and through my patience and sheer will to not jump out of my seat to play this game, even without Index support, I waited and got the Index version of the game, and I welcome you to Project L, otherwise known as Grimlord. Before we go any further into the video, I am your Soul Overlord, SoulBC, or Soul the Boss Color. If you liked the video at any point in time, or if you just found it to be insightful, be sure to let me know by hitting that like button, and if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do. I create content just like this, as well as hilarity with other creators, or me being by my lonesome. You can also follow me on other platforms with the link tree down below, and if you want to chat with my fellow souls and I, go to the Soul Chamber, my Discord server. I also started a podcast with Gramsy called Compel Reality, so if you want to hear more about SCUFF and VR-related topics, take a listen. All the links are in the description. So what is Project L, or better known as Grimlord? Grimlord is the first Souls-like action RPG game in VR, and I say that with the utmost confidence compared to games that have been given the term Souls-like for VR. But for me, this is the true epitome of Souls-like for VR. The lore of Grimlord is similar to Souls-like games, fragmented. The player will inevitably encounter the lords in chains that are bounded in the dreary and lonely mountains. The player will do their bidding by going to the chain lords' former domains and slay their enemies. That will be increasingly challenging like a Souls-like game. All to claim vengeance in their names and eventually lay waste to the tyrant Grimlord. I suppose you could call yourself the Chained Vindicator? I don't know, maybe. Project L has customizability of weaponry like changing hilts, blades, guards. It also has magic staves, health potions, mana potions, extremely fun, engaging Souls-like combat that has a similar aspect from Sekiro with the parry bar, secret passageways, the collection of treasures and loot, and the accumulation of absolute pure player skill. A recipe for a game that I've been dying for. And before we go into the review, here are some scuffed and entertaining moments I had when playing the game, and I hope you enjoy.
Gonna slay some motherfuckers with my shit.
Let's go, motherfucker. Dual claymores, bitch. Yeah, suck my balls. Right in your booty hole. Right in your fucking booty hole. Yeah. Get your motherfucking arms, son. Yeah, what's up? What's up? What it do? Yeah. Fucking G with that parry, bitch. I play Dark Souls. I'm a fucking king on that bitch.
I'm gonna get that sweet orange juice. That Estus. Oh yeah. Let me get that shit. Oh, I'm full.
Yeah, bitch.
I don't think that was supposed to happen. What the fuck is going on?
Give me that fucking 1-2. Call me Rocky, bitch.
Goodbye.
Oh, money. Stupid bitch. Get on there. Stupid bitch. I'm a motherfucking king in the hole.
What the fuck? I just saw his neck extend. What the hell? Like stood in. What the fuck? As much as I love these, they're not going to work out.
Right in your booty hole.
Stupid bitch. Yeah.
You can have the rest. Pour one out for the homies.
Yeah. Stupid. Brute. Lich. Bitch.
I am a sorcerer. closer. Maybe. Come here. Yes. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we don't like that. We don't like that. We don't like it. Hold on. Wait. One momento. Okay.
Come on, you fucking rocky bitch. I know you like that rock shit.
Ooh, ooh. We won't know that. Hey, chill out. Cálmate, por favor. Hold on. That's all I can do. Okay. Ooh. Chill. Chill, homie, chill. Ow. Oh. That's what I wanted. Damn it.
Yeah, come on. Third phase, bitch. Let's go.
Come on.
Yeah, suck it.
Fade away. Suck your balls. Suck my balls. Okay, that's enough for that. Okay. Nice pecs. Portal. Let's go.
Grimlord is a true representation of a Souls-like game to the VR scene and the first of its kind. Again, at least in my eyes, compared to others that I've played. Yeah, people can speculate there are some other VR games that are Souls-like, as I said, but as an avid Souls fan, hence my name being Soul, nothing that has true Souls-like feeling, that gameplay, that difficulty, has been into the VR scene. And I have been waiting for a game like this since my infancy into that VR scene, which is about 4 to 5 years ago. I am going to try and get the review down to segments, performance, sound, weapons, and combat, etc. if anything else arises. Note that it's not in that order, though. I do want to mention that the game is roughly in pre-alpha stage, but it has so much promise that I had to show it. I also want to state that the roadmap is large and the passion is there. I got all the information from one of the individuals working for Project L. I was allowed to disclose the roadmap, but I'll let them do that part. Just know that. It's going to be more Souls-like as time progresses, and holy hell, I'm going to flail like a 5-year-old on Christmas Day with each update. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So the performance of the game was amazing out of the box. I had very minor issues with the game as a whole in terms of performance, but to be fair, I do have a i9 9900K at 5 GHz and a 2080 Ti, and I use a Valve Index. So take that with a grain of salt, I guess. But regardless, it was playable and I had minimal high frame times for the GPU and CPU. Currently, the audio is slightly lacking in depth and accurate realistic sounds for combat and such. However, it feels like the sounds are placeholders, so obviously I'm not going to hold them at gunpoint. And with time, that audio will get better. And I know that for sure, and the music selection as well. The music selection is pretty decent compared to other games that I've played. It's not on a consistent loop. And combat is similar to your average VR game like Hellsplit or Blade and Sorcery, yet it has the mechanics of Dark Souls with FP and HP, or I guess you could call it mana in this case. Focus points, or mana, being used for staves. These points can be reestablished over time by using the proper potion, the same of which can be done with health potions for your HP, obviously. The combat also has a smooth parrying system, which is working, yet there are some points where after a successful parry and a counter has been initiated, the blade will phase through the enemy, yet not often, but the devs are aware of this. There is a successful parry bar as well that reminds you of Sekiro, but compared to Sekiro, once it's filled, you are forced to drop your weapon, which is a nice touch to keep the game fresh and put you on edge, because if you're in VR, you obviously have an advantage compared to a flat screen game. So this makes it fresh. Customizability jumping into the game is something I did not expect of the weaponry to the extent that it has. The ability to change the blade of the swords, the axe heads, the guards of the weapons, the hilt changes, which include the length of hilts. Basically, you can adjust a sword to be a long sword or a short sword or whatever else. The customizability is there, and it is actually really cool. I don't think I've ever seen this yet, in my personal opinion, minus guns, you know? Every shooter has the customizability option, but for medieval type weaponry, I haven't seen it yet for VR. Magic within that same customizability, you have the option for staves, currently with the 3 options lightning, ice, and fire. Each staff has its own special skill and a bolt of that spell. Lightning has a Mjolnir-like lightning strike from above, and it causes an AoE. Ice has an icicle line. That's the best way I could put it. It just shoots a line and punctures everybody within that line. It's the best way I can put it. And fire is a very damaging, destructive AoE wherever you land the strike. Bows are strange once you use the bow. The arrows are at your hip, which is already a strange thing, but once you interact with your quiver, you have 3 arrows, and with those 3 arrows, you can knock all 3 to fire with the bow all at once, which is honestly satisfying to do, so that's a nice touch. However, with the index version, it is hard to initiate. According to others, like Gramsy, on the quest, it is actually much simpler to do to knock those 3 arrows. And enemies have a variety with currently 3 types of enemies, not including the boss. You have your grunts, which just change their gear as you reload the area. Then you have skeletal archers. Lastly, you have the brutes with a halberd, and each has a chance of dropping gold loot and a smaller chance of potions. Potions meaning to heal you, not FP. The boss fight is more than what I expected in a VR sense, to be honest. It had difficulty. It had actual difficulty. The health pool was vast, the moveset, the special abilities, the summoning of the minions to raise the difficulty even further, and despite an issue I had, which I'll discuss soon, it took a while to take the demo boss down. Either way, it was still a blast. The main issue I have with the game as of right now, at least for the index controllers, is the grip sensitivity. They've touched on this lately, and it fixed most of the issue, but it's still kind of there. I can't exactly pinpoint what that feels like, but I feel like I have to grip my controller more than I intended to. And hell, maybe this will get relieved when finger tracking is established. I am not sure. I don't know. Just know that it is a bit touchy, and for me it was slightly irritating as it would drop the weaponry at times, but as I said, they fixed that so it happens a lot less. I'm also hoping they implement finger tracking, as I said, so I can give the boss and future bosses the bird, the good old middle finger. Another small issue Nothing too annoying was sometimes the weapons when colliding with an enemy would give some bugs that are hard to explain. I mentioned one earlier, meaning it would phase through an enemy after a parry. However, there are others to where if I would hit an enemy, sometimes they would fly. It's the best way I could put it. And another qualm is with the bow, particularly the quiver. Being at the hip is fairly unnatural to me as someone who loves archery in VR, because if you watch my old RP for Skyrim VR or any other game really, or if you attended some community streams with me, whatever, and anything with the bow, I will use a bow because I love the bow. And for me, this felt really weird to pull arrows from my right hip. However, I got used to it over time. However, I would still personally like it over my right shoulder or whichever, according to the hand positioning. But this is personal preference. And that's mainly the few qualms I have. I don't think I have anything else really. It's just quality of life things mainly, and the index controller thing, because I don't have any other headset, which is lame, but that's the only that's the only thing I can play it with. So I can see the future of this game being so damn bright, and I hope it gets to that point with the utmost dedication, despite already knowing what the roadmap states. I can imagine that they have more unwritten, and I hope they plan to add things like Dark Souls PvP and co-op type of interactions with players. I really hope they do that, because that's what makes a Souls-like to me, despite the combat and the lore and stuff, I mean. And maybe adding unique abilities to weapons even further, or just unique weapons from bosses, etc., to make it a true, much more Souls-like than what it already is. A true Souls-like experience. Again, despite this already exceeding my expectations for a Souls-like VR game. I'm beyond excited to see what the game will entail in the future. If you want to support the creation of Grimlord, feel free to check their Discord and Twitter. All links will be in the description. If this is the type of game you are looking for, please let me know in the comments. I am genuinely curious if you're just like me, a Souls fan. I also want to thank my patrons and YT members for supporting me. You have given me more pride than you could ever know. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button so this can get to more viewers like yourselves and helps me fight the tyrannical Grimlord called the YouTube algorithm. If you're interested in other VR content as well as hilarity, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell to get notified of all my future videos. Don't forget to join the Soul Chamber, my Discord. There you'll be notified and up to date with my content and be notified of any future events I plan to carry out there, like community streams and so on. You can also chat with myself and my fellow souls, whether it's about anime, art, or VR. And don't forget to take a listen to the Compel Reality podcast if you want to hear VR SCUFF and news. One last thing though is to slay those bosses and keep your soul free.